what a self-empowered 5D mystic here. Woo-woo pseudoscience for the ones of you who don't believe in mysticism. Totally cool, but stay on board. Secure attachment lady right here. So what's hilarious to see every now and then, whether it's Mystic Town or Venus is a Goddess is a May, so the women who are not empowered is, have you passed life's latest test? So anytime I hear that, I'm thinking, wow, does anybody not notice how life seems to be this huge test for people who don't have a window, a welcome to their emotional plane, like Zen masters who say you cannot be in the Enlightenment Soul Age group because you got laundry in here. Oh, I'm attachment trauma informed and I know Jesus. And it's important to mention Jesus because I did learn about how to stay open-hearted thanks to him as an adolescent, teenagers, you know. So when you decide to take the lead and say, you know, the grown-ups are right. We all have low self-esteem, but I know who I am and I am done trying to learn. No, I'm done being an insecure teenager. So you get to have your own divine masculine all on your own and then have twin flames and to believe in yourself without the need of a golden star, because you don't forget that we're all one big ball of energy, because brothers and sisters, divine feminine right here, and I'm lucky. I have a twin. So I have never had a life without a meaning and connection beyond the solo self. Spirituality right here. It's called I am my 0-1-year-old in my body, and you get to learn, if you want, how to be here too. Not to act as if, which I have seen people, they act as if they're magicians. The 4D readers, they tell you all about energy vampires, dark auras, which are your brothers and sisters. They act as if, so they manifest like Elsa's journey with their magical batons. We live the truth. Heaven in your body is really awesome. It's when you're at home, and that's why trauma memory, it cannot be deleted. It can be minimized. So we help those who want to heal their trauma seriously to have fun with life and be at home in their body, because they're going to look for those of us who know how to be in our prefrontal cortex. You can only be here if you have no insecurity trauma charges that will come up as you are interacting with people who don't know, one, how to sing their own song. Two, they don't know how beautiful transformation is. In fact, some describe it like really big torture, which I now understand why, because of the gut wrench, torn apart, and the childhood trauma stuff that people don't understand what it takes. The ones who do, they're not whining about emotions, and they're not whining about people like me, and they're not actually talking to you like canceling your family members is something easy or happy or great. No, they're not going to be that. They're going to say, I really wish that I could do something to get my whole family on board with getting out of that trauma stuff. But, you know, spirit, you're your own spirit and guide, unless you want to stay bowing down to some master and being generous of spirit. None of us need a star. I learned how to collaborate organically. And again, thank you, Jesus. We're going to get to Jesus in a minute, because as life did present mystery after mystery of unkindness, of people who don't get their childhood trauma tended to. So adolescents, they're pretty much assholes, is what I'm going to say. I still don't like them when I see them. And then I got to see them grow up and become Pinocchios. So people who become Pinocchios with the ear and the tails, they just think they're off the island, but they fuck, drink drugs, all that stuff, right? So hangover movies that are bullshit, or horror movies that make me think of Sadhguru when he shares, did you notice that your superheroes, they all cut each other into pieces? And I was like, wow, that just turned one of the few things I still enjoyed into, not wisdom for sure. Oh gosh, they're on saga journey. So when you can turn knowledge into wisdom, it's because your body, your divine feminine, is not offline. I have all my emotions and it's not laundry. So you don't forget compassion or communication, direct communication. Since my home was welcoming and still is, and united, and I had a twin growing up, I know how to do consistent like that, fighting as cats and dogs. So determined. That's why science is spirituality. They walk hand in hand. I get to share with you the embodied knowledge of this, because I'm living like myself, a 3-year-old right here. So integrated knowledge is once you have the wisdom and understanding of what you've acquired. So life, 1, self-empowered, 2, attachment trauma informed, 3, supporting those who want to do personal development and self-help, but saying, here's the voices, stories of an empowered woman who is a 5D mystic. And I love my Claires. Oh, I love them. And I'm grounded, overflowing with humanity. Thank you, Sadhguru. So yeah, divinity descends, but it's not an entity. That's disrespectful towards what I did learn about that one entity and how people want to, they can 3D, 4D. They're going to be on Elsa's journey because they're not going home. They're not journeying inside their heart to get that, let me out, let me out. Okay, so let me read these for a minute so that we can go to some of the stories that we've been talking about. Yesterday you had in the late IHP show story. Today you have a continuation of it. And then I will be posting shortly the Divine Feminine, some of a Divine Feminine's idea and journey, which is no saga, no drama, with our twin flame and flames. And no, nobody comes to tell us with our relationship with Akash what our clairs are. And anytime I'm with any of 4D groups and I don't know how to say, why are you not noticing that you look to other people and not yourself for your clairs? And then with neuroscience, I also know how to say, there's this man, his name is Patrick McNamara. And he proves there's no demon that possesses people, nightmare after nightmare, when it comes to religious self and all that stuff, that there's a capacity for yourself to move into more. So how about you ignore for a minute the imagination instead of thinking it's true and that you got some cross to bear, and keep on doing what is human suffering, and you move into expanding your window of welcome. You're supposed to, actually, intuitively, I already knew this, by the way, as a divine feminine, a true one, that my emotional body was expanding as my clairs began and as my light body expanded. I knew my light body was expanding because intuitively the divine feminine is not lost. This is restorative embodiment. Don't lose the connection to this infinite Akash grace, is what some call it, source, spirit. Again, I don't use any of those words because it's an energy field, relational field. Problem of consciousness is what the physicists, they call it. Okay, so I didn't lose compassion and I didn't lose direct communication using my ventral vagal tone right now. And that's why as a teenager I learned it all meant, you're a cocky bitch. They didn't say it to my face. I just found out from one of my BFFs, I thought you were a snob. I'm not a snob. I just know what I want in life. Then I grew up and I completely forgot that people don't know how to handle life because I was busy. No, I'm still busy. That's the point. So compassion, communication. People who know me, they say you're picky. And some say you're stubborn and others say you're walled off. And in all those cases, the picky, I actually was explained it in an effective way. And yes, I'm selective. But I'm not a snob because I'm not superior to you. But do I want to hang out with you? I don't know. I'll find out. If I don't, I will try not to tell you, but I'll try to make sure you notice that I don't want to hang out with you. And when you present to me that you want to hang out with me and I still don't like you because I know healthy boundaries and you don't know healthy boundaries, as a desperate manipulative, which is what people are when they don't move into healthy boundaries, I'm not going to be negotiating my time with you. And I won't be feeling shame or guilt because, again, I'm a whole 3-year-old heart who didn't have an issue being told how we're different, not defective, different, and that we each have 24 hours and we can choose what we want with our life. And we don't have to take anything away from anyone if we want to choose to use our life in ways that is hanging out with people we enjoy. It's not selfish. It's called, do you make friends with people you don't like? Because really, how else can I present it? And if you tell me it's personal, I'm going to say I'm trying not to make it personal, but I'm trying to let you know, I'm not intrigued. I'm not matching. I don't know how many different ways I can tell you you don't vibe with me. So I get it as a 44-year-old woman, but I also get rejection is not protection, because plenty of people have said, I don't like you in different ways. I didn't go, that's why we don't have sagas with our twin flames. It's called, you can choose to like me or not. If you don't, I'm going to be sad because I might have liked you, but I'm going to be like, well, they don't like me. It's okay. They have a right to have fun. It's called compersion. My solo polyamory community, come on over, because that's exactly it. Okay, let's do this. So the last 1 minute and a half. So compassion, the frequency supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth. This means heaven here, earth here. So, being able to talk to you with my prefrontal cortex. And that's because I'm present. So I'm curious, open, accepting, and loving. Thank you, Daniel Siegel, for the acronym is my integration of the brain. I don't have trauma charges. I'm looking at you. You're beautiful just the way you are, but I might not vibe. We won't know, will we? Okay. I'm sure we will. So spirit and matter and the unconditional love flows through us and into the heart and into the world. And we maintain this lovely communication, which supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. And it comes through our heart and through our truth and through our prefrontal cortex, and it stays balanced. So it's not personal. We can speak to each other with accept, respectance, and all that great stuff, but that doesn't mean that we have to be around all people all the time. So learning how to say no while learning how to handle people who don't accept no's in a way of functional adults, 5D relationships, unconditionally loving, no saga, no drama, no twin flame drama again, or soulmates for that matter. Actually, it's really fun to discover your soulmates and have downloads. So 5D mystics, come on over, self-empowered women, men and days. Let's build a beautiful community of safe haven, secure basis for all. Polyamory too.